have a special guest today. Present yourself, please.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Kim. I'm a friend of Alina.
Yes,
And
since the 8th grade.
Yes.
8th grade. I'm sorry. Best friends since
7 years?
7 years.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
And very long time.
Very long time.
Yeah. Yeah, and now today we have something special for you guys. We are going to make
macrame plant hangers.
Yes. So, yeah, let's start.
What you obviously need is macrame yarn. We bought a cream white, a dark grey and a smaller white one. To spice things up, we also bought some wooden beads. Kim brought some beautiful planters from her grandma we used for our plants. And by just speaking of them, you need plants. Yeah. I propagated 2 different kinds of pothos myself, and I just want to show you now how I did it. First, I took a cutting of the big potho from my dad. And then I cutted them so we had single leaves with some of the stem left on them. You do so because on the note you see here, across from the leaf, the new root will grow out. And between the stem and the leaf, the new stem will sprout out. So what I did here is to mix some soil with clay granules for better ventilation. And I put 1 layer of the clay granules on top to prevent pests. And then I just put in the pothos. Put the axils on top so the new shoot can grow out. You can also put them in water first, as I did it with my different variegated potho that has already roots now. Then you just put them with their little roots into the soil clay mixture. I also made a mixed potho with both of the different variegations for myself. It's an experiment, but I saw it in a garden market and I think it will work. For the macrame plant hanger, you need to cut 4 3-meter long pieces of the yarn first. Then you hang your yarn pieces on a window handle so you can work with them easily. We started with a magic node. For that you make a loop like this first. And then you wrap the yarn around the loop like this. You pull the end of the yarn through the rest of the loop. And then you pull on the top end of the yarn to hide the node underneath. And voila, you have your magic node. Just cut off the ends when you're finished. For the next step, we use the hairpin like this. We needed the hairpin to thread the yarn through the beads. We pulled always the two pieces of yarn that are next to each other on top through one bead. In the end, you should have 4 strings like this. Then we tied always 1 cord of one string together with 1 cord of the string next to it. Watch out to take always the right ones, because otherwise it will be twisted on top. And try to make the notes on the same height. It should look like this in the end. After that, we made a second row of notes. So we had a fishing net like this. Now you can insert the planter to check where you need the note underneath. We fastened it with 2 hair needles and also marked the point for the note by doing so. There we made another magic note as we did in the beginning. And underneath we did some macrame braidings. For that you lay the number 4 with 3 strings, and the 4th string you put first underneath the end of the 4 and then through the loop on the other side. And there you go, you have your macrame braiding. We did at least 3 of them. Now you can just cut the cord depending on which length of it you prefer. And then it is ready. And I think it's so beautiful and not really hard to make. We made another 2 of them. A cream white one for me and another dark grey one for Kim because it matches the colors of her flat. The whole thing was a really fun and creative friendship experience, and I also encourage you to do so, because it is much more fun to do it together with someone. And I think after the lockdown we all miss our social contacts. The hardest thing of the whole process was to insert the planter together with the plant. Because our pothos were not rooted yet, they fall off the whole time, and that was annoying. But okay, we managed to do it in the end.